Hi, I'm here tonight with Anthony, and there's some requests on the channel to look at foot sweeps. Now, we are approaching things from a grapple to strike perspective, which means we're more upright than perhaps a classical wrestler would be. So our foot sweeps have got to reflect that and reflect that we might be striking or somebody else might be striking. So often when we get to position, the hands might be tied up. So you've got to use your legs as weapons if the hand's tied up, or your head as a weapon. So sometimes you'll throw knees, and sometimes you will throw knee bumps, and sometimes you'll do sweeps. Other times you'll free yourself up to strike, but we'll come on to that another time. Here we're going to look at 3 foot sweep concepts. And we're going to look at outside foot sweep concepts. And the reason we're going to look at that is because we've got only one video and only 3 concepts we're going to do. Inside ones we'll do another time, but they are a little bit more advanced generally because you can compromise your position more from them, because look where I am when I do it. So the 3 that we're going to do. The first one is called a block. It's not really a true sweep, but it works in the same way. The second one is, I call it a follow sweep, and the third one is a lift sweep. The first one is probably the one that I use the most though. So the idea of this is with Anthony, look, if I rotate Anthony and put the weight into his leg, I want to put the weight into his leg so that it makes it difficult. Now if I keep the weight into his leg and he just allows me to go, eventually he'll reach a tipping point where he has to stutter. Can you see that? If I really load it, he'll fall over on his own. But usually anybody with any martial sense will have a little stutter. So when I do this, he stutters. I want to stop him from that stutter. So I will put my foot to where that stutter is. I'm going to do that. Now I know if I rotate him this way, that stutter is to the side. If I rotate him this way, can you see how that stutter there? If he stutters wrong, I sometimes will just snap down. But here, look, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use a simple position. I can do it from push-pull. I can do it from neck. I can do it from underhook. I can do it from wherever I like. I think what this time was, I might just do it from underhook. Alright, so what I will do is I'm going to step into here. First thing I have to do is I have to step in. Now by stepping in and pulling, I'm bringing my foot close to where it is going to be. Alright, so when it goes, the stutter, go to the stutter, bang. Can you see I'm really close to where the foot is? I don't want to be doing it here, because when he stutters I can't reach it. So I'm going to come in, I'm going to move there. Now the second thing I've got to do is I've got to make space. So it's no good me putting it there and then trying to kick it away. Because if I put it there and I try and lean over it and kick it away, I'm taking away the pressure. The pressure's coming off it and it's coming back. And I end up just kicking his foot. Painful though it may be, it's not ideal. So usually what I'll do is I'll step in to create the need to step and bring him close. But I will also arch back. So I will literally, that's giving me the space. Now I can't see his foot now, but I know roughly where it's going to go. And I know if I arch back, it gives him somewhere to fall here. So I'm rotating and I'm lifting and I'm arching. Lifting and arching. And arching, whichever way I do it. So as I step in, here, and I arch, there it goes. And basically all I've done is I've not swept the leg, I have very simply blocked the leg and stopped it from doing that stutter. So that's concept 1. You can try it in lots of different ways. It's the easiest one to do. It happens more in sparring than many of the others. So, second concept, the follow sweep. Okay, I've named it that. I'm sure there's another name for it. Now this is a very common sweep. People often think as you move towards a sweep, you wait for the foot to land, or as it's coming down, and don't let it land and just take it away. But that requires ridiculous timing. And very often what you'll end up doing is you'll end up kicking the outside. And you've got to remember also, the shape of the leg, when you're standing like this, is that way, so you're kicking it into the floor. So very often if you're going to do that type of sweep, probably the inside one's better. But we're not doing those tonight. So this one, instead of kicking the one where it's going, I'm going to kick the one that's following. So have a look what happens here. If I'm just going to put Anthony there, look, slightly different angle. So if I step, and I put my hands here, look, if I step there and I'm in contact with Anthony, tends to follow me. Now look at his back leg. So as he steps, his back leg's now light. He steps, his back leg's light as he pulls it up. I know that if he's stepping correctly, that he will follow me and go heavy, light on that leg. So the idea here is I want to take the light leg and kick it right through this leg. So the idea is, look, as I step, Anthony steps, as I step, boom, then I'll take it. All right, can you see how that very simple application comes? One way to train this is as follows. You basically just move up and down the room. So we're going to show that to you right now. So what we're going to do, just simply loose contact. We're going to do a nice light step. 1, 2. So we're going to create this motion like this. We're going to create the motion back. That's all we're going to do. All right? You ready? 1 and 2 and 3. And down he goes. So what's happened is, as you can probably see, is that as I stepped, he stepped. And I've timed it as he's mirroring me. I now start my sweep now. So I kick through the sweep. I don't wait for it to go, otherwise the timing's gone. All right, we're not going to be dancing. This is a concept. We're not going to be dancing around doing this. I often use this, and I don't use it anywhere near as much as the block. I will often use it for a clinch position where I might have got an underhook and I'm driving. Can you see what happens when I drive? Look, foot goes out, other foot follows. And what I'll often do with this is I'll often drive that foot into the other one as he does it. So I go, and there we go. And that's how that sweep works. Simple concept. That one goes, as this one moves, I help it along its way, and I can tuck that way, or I can turn that way. I can do anything, put your feet together, anything I could do to him if his feet were together. Okay, so the third concept is the lifting concept. In effect, what I'm going to do with this one is, the first one was all about him putting the weight in and not allowing the stutter. The second one was all about taking the back leg as it re-establishes its place and pushing it through. The third one is all about lifting him onto his toes, or lifting him clear in the air and sweeping away. So imagine I'm here with Anthony and I lift him up, he will go onto his toes. It means he's light. I've got less friction to sweep away. So I can do it from a body lock, where I go in and I lift him and I can sweep the legs away. I'll use something I use a lot in my videos, the 2-on-1. If we're going to a 2-on-1 here, look, is at this 2-on-1 position. If I'm fighting the 2-on-1 position, what I'll often do is I'll step into here, and you see I'm going to put my foot really close, so I'm going to put my weight on this leg. So what I do here, look, is when I do this, I don't have to lift him. My body position here lifts him up. Can you see that? The punch lifts him up. And he doesn't like it. It also hurts his bicep, doesn't it? So I've got to come in close. There's no point trying to do it from here. No lift. So I've got to come right in and break this glass and go whoop. And see him go up on his toes. And this time what I'll try and do with this, so I'm just preparing you for it, is because I put the weight into this leg to do the lift, there, it means that this leg can sweep that one in the lift. So here again, I'll take this, I'll have to rag him around with it, I'm going to punch in and I'll go in close, and lift and take, and down he goes. So it's a case of lifting up. There's lots of things that you can do to lift. This one works nicely here. I may find if I get to this position, I've got the same thing by being here, look. So rather than having this, I've got this almost body lock from the side. You can see how it's body lock from the side. I lock it under his ribs to lift him, and then take the legs away. And there he goes. His favourite position. So, 3 concepts. As an old man of over 60, I prefer concept 1. Simple, you can do it most of the time. Concept 2 requires a lot of training and a lot of timing to sweep through. Concept 3 requires some lift. Hope that video was useful. Make sure, remember, if it doesn't quite work, I can always smack him if he just wobbles. And please subscribe to the channel, it does help the channel. Thank you very much.